and welcome to today's video. So this is a day in the life as an English major, and I figured that I would take you along as I start to study for finals, finish up assignments, and work because I am an online English teacher. So overall it's a busy time of year just because we are nearing the end of the term. In fact, tomorrow is my last day of classes and finals start next week. So if you are an English major or if you would like to become one and want to know what to expect, this video is for you. I usually wake up around 7 a.m. and this gives me a few hours in the morning to sit, read, and drink coffee with my mom and sister. Yes, you can see Game of Thrones. I'm actually reading that for my English class. And when it gets closer to 10 a.m., I like to start putting on some makeup and get ready for the day. I don't always wear makeup, but it does help me to feel a little bit more awake and prepared. I just ran upstairs to get some water and now I teach any second now. So I will be teaching for 1 hour. Hello. Hi Kate, how are you? Working online does take up a huge chunk of my day, but I do like being able to work remotely. It's 11:59 and I'm just about to study for a little bit. I have another hour until I need to teach and then I will be free again until 6 p.m. So yeah, it's a lot of back and forth between teaching and studying, but that's okay. I have a little book haul for you. So the other day I went to the thrift store with my mom and we went there in search of baking and Christmas supplies. So we were wanting to make cookies and have some cute Christmas trays to put them on. Anyway, I naturally ventured off into the book section and I came across these two gems. So I have here Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte and Charles Dickens' A Tale of Two Cities. I believe it's about poverty and the wealthy and how that plays out, but honestly I'm not sure. So I need to read this so I can actually know what I'm talking about. And I also have Wuthering Heights. I'm pretty excited about this one because I've heard that it's quite controversial, or at least it was, and I'm a huge fan of Victorian literature. So I've heard that this takes place during that time period and it kind of talks about what life was like. If anyone knows more or if I'm wrong, you can feel free to let me know in the comments, but I'm going to try to read these during the holidays. And what I love about used books is how much life they have. So even though these are new to me, they are quite old in general, and you can see that they have started to yellow and their pages are a little bit crinkly, but I love this copy because it has some annotations inside. So the previous owner wrote some things on the page. The person who read this book or who owned it before me seemed to think that that was important to note. So yeah, I love reading old copies. They just make me so happy. I teach in 30 minutes, so I thought that I would quickly show you what I need to do when I have to work. Step 1 is to open up the document that you're going to be teaching. So the focus today is applying for a job, and the students will be B1 speakers with a focus on communication. So when it says communication, I really like to get the students to engage with each other because this is a group class. I sometimes have private lessons on Lingoda, but not always. The majority of the time they are group lessons, which makes the time go by nice and fast because everyone gets to chat and interact. So I like to read what the goals are and check out some of the vocabulary.
Oh my god, I have no more. How do I even manage?
Okay, bye. Going outside in the winter can seem like a daunting task, but every time I am out and get some fresh air, I always feel a lot better and happier, and it helps me to get away from my computer for a little bit. It's currently 2:45 and I'm going to make a late afternoon cup of coffee for my mom and I. We really like to drink this kind here. It's a vanilla hazelnut from Costco and it tastes so good, especially with a bit of cream. So I will make a pot of coffee for us to enjoy. Drinking coffee on a cold, snowy day just hits different. It feels so cozy and it really motivates me to continue working. It's like liquid gold. Right now I am working on my short story. I have about 3/4 of a page done so far, and I want to get another half a page filled out by the end of the day. Hello. Rather than write a final, my creative writing professor told us that we needed to write a 1,500-word short story. I decided to write mine about a forest representing childhood and innocence, so I really wanted to use a lot of sensorial details, imagery, everything like that to make the story very vivid, because that is one of the things that we really talked about a lot during the term. And creative writing is definitely my favorite class just because I absolutely love writing and creating stories, even though it takes me quite a long time to write and get my ideas out on paper or on Microsoft Word, whatever I'm using. I am now about to teach my third and final class of the day. Normally I teach in 2 or 3 hour segments and then again sometimes in the evening, but today was kind of a weird day because I was actually supposed to have creative writing class in the morning, but my professor let us know that that would be cancelled just because of finals and stuff. She said that we mostly covered everything we needed to discuss, so we could just join if we wanted to. And I decided to book a few classes and open my slots today. Normally I don't teach that much on Thursdays, so yeah, because it was last minute, I had lessons scheduled at weird times, and I taught with italki this morning, Lingoda at 1, and then now again with italki. So yeah, I'll be done at 7, and then I need to keep studying for a bit, and I want to go to bed early. We'll see if I can manage that. I've been trying to get more sleep lately by going to bed before 11, but I'm not the best at that. Okay, time to teach. I'm actually giving a lesson about the passive voice. What do you think of all this snow?
Well, it's a lot. Not as much as we've had in the past. And it may look fun, but it really isn't.
Goosey. Hello. You are far too energetic. I should probably grab a shovel and help, so.
Yeah, you probably should.
Okay, I'll grab this shovel.
Hello?
I'm vlogging, Dad. You're gonna be in Sunday's video. My dad works during the week, so he's never here until Friday. Anyway, I have a shovel, so I'm going to try to help remove some snow. It's quite cold, so I don't know how much I'll do. To fulfill all of the requirements for my bachelor's degree, I need to take a variety of classes, not just English ones. So besides the 2 English courses that I am enrolled in, I'm also taking a computer science class and a linguistics one. The last 2 are probably my least favorite. I really do enjoy English classes the most, which makes sense why I decided to become an English major, of course. And I don't have a final for all of them, just for 3 of them. So I have my first final on Monday, and my next one is the week after. So I'm going to start studying for the linguistics final. That's not until I believe the 12th. I'm going to go through my notes and figure out which ones I need to print. So I have lesson 1 here, with all of my notes and everything else that I added to it once I printed it out. I like to see everything on paper, which is why I like to have this printed out even though I could just read the digital version. It just helps me to remember what I'm actually talking about. So I have lesson 2. I'm missing 3 and 4. But I have lesson 5, I have lesson 8, lesson 9, and then that appears to be the last one. When I print lessons from my linguistics class, I like to go on PowerPoint and remove the backgrounds because I don't want to waste ink. After doing that, I go to Save As to save it as a PDF. I really don't enjoy wasting paper, but I do find having my notes in front of me rather than on a computer is so helpful. But it is 42 pages long, so in order to avoid wasting that much paper, I like to play around with the layout so that there are 6 pages per sheet, and then I will print that. I'm going to grab my little mini stapler. Now it's all nice and organized. So regarding paper documents, I know that this isn't for everyone, but I spend so many hours a day on my computer, so when it comes to studying, I just prefer to sometimes cozy up in my bed and look at my actual paper notes rather than continue to stare at my computer for longer. Anyway, I am so appreciative that I actually have a printer to use, and living at home is something that I will always feel grateful for because I was talking about this the other day with my boyfriend. He's about to move from his house and go study in another city. He was doing that before all of the situation started, and now he's going back in January, and we were talking about living alone versus living with our parents, and I truly see the benefit of living with family as long as possible. If I were to be living alone right now, there's no way that I could afford something like a printer on top of all of my other expenses. And yeah, I just wanted to talk about that because if you watch this video, you may have noticed that I showed some of my family a little bit and that I didn't have to worry about making supper. It was just made for me by my wonderful mother. So yeah, if you are in university and you also have a job and you live alone, props to you because that stuff is not easy. That's my little tangent. I am going to just sit here for a little bit and enjoy the Christmas decorations as I work. I hope that will give me some inspo just because I love Christmas and I'm not exactly feeling writer's block, but I am finding it difficult to write a lot for my story just because I'm so picky with the way my story is going. I'm always reordering, rewording things, so yeah, it's a time-consuming process. Last night I made a little poll for the first time on YouTube. I've never done that before because I never had enough subscribers. And now that I have over 1,000, I was able to unlock the community post and I got 40 votes. So that's fun. As a very, very small YouTuber, vlogging in general doesn't come naturally to me. Hopefully one day it will. And I have no idea what to expect because I've never made such a personal video, but I did want to share what the realities are like when it comes to studying English, and I'm just gonna say most of my days involve hours on end in front of my computer, either teaching English, writing essays, reading other people's essays and dissertations, theses, so that I can get secondary sources to write even more. So yeah, a lot of reading, writing, and talking. Hopefully you are liking this video, and I am happy to answer questions about this degree.
No?
Yeah, what are we gonna do tonight?
We're going to watch Hawkeye.
That's true.
Because there's a new episode out, so yes.
Yeah, episode
Is that
3.
it?
Yep, that's it. I just wanted to vlog. It all has to be part of my daily vlog.